I am proud to be here. This is my 21st year in the Neshoba County Fair. I started here when Kirk Fordyce appointed me auditor in 1996. I came the next year and had a wide awakening. I didn't know that they sang hymns on Wednesday night till about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was staying here on the campground. I got 2 hours sleep. I don't do good with 2 hours sleep. I came out the next day. I guess I got a good job. I did a good job because I got elected state auditor twice after that. I'll tell you, I think Shad White did a remarkable job. One of the things that governors get to do is appoint good new leaders. Shad White did an amazing job the other day. For those 21 years I've had a partner, 42 years she's been on a mission trip with me. She's here today, and I'm telling you, I think we got to find this First Lady in the United States of America, and I'm awful proud to have her here. Deborah, would you say hello, baby? I had a busy day yesterday working at the office, a lot of meetings. I got to meet with a special agent in charge of Immigration Customs Enforcement, ICE. I wanted to meet with him to let him know how we wanted to cooperate. How we wanted to make sure our Department of Public Safety was working with Homeland Security, particularly our ICE agents. Let them know we're on their side as they do their job. In between that time, I had an opportunity to look on social media. I don't try to do that a lot when I'm working, but I want to keep up with the fair. I saw a bunch of Democrats up here yesterday that were they were frustrated, angry, and mad. One of the Democrats got up and said, if you like the way America's going, you ought to vote for people who are going to support Donald J. Trump. I said, well, I intend. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to vote for people who's going to support President Donald J. Trump. I am every day. I can't tell you how much fun it is to be able to go to Washington, D.C. now. For the last 8 years before President Trump, I'd go for the National Governors Meeting. I'd probably skip the event, the black tie event in the evening. Now, it is so much fun being in the White House. A lot of fun making America great again. I don't know if y'all had an opportunity last night to see Vice President Mike Pence, my dear friend. We were governors together. As he spoke, as the 55 remains of what we trust would be American soldiers were returned from North Korea since 1953. Now I want you to imagine what this president has done. He went into a negotiation with the dictator, as we might call him, of North Korea. Since Harry Truman, we have been trying to get our POWs and MIAs. I have a POW MIA I wear on my vest when I ride my Harley Davidson, and there were times when people would scoff at that. They would say, y'all are just being silly. We don't have any POWs and MIAs anymore. That's those 55 families as the Vice President of the United States stood there last night in Hawaii and welcomed our boys home. But then, in the middle of the day, one of the Democrats got up and said, you know, those Republicans are going to get up here and tell you good things about Mississippi, and don't you believe it? Because it's going to be lies and damn lies. And I'm sure that he probably regrets that he said that. You know, you get caught up in the emotion making these speeches sometimes, and you say something you wish you hadn't. I think the Attorney General regrets that he said that, called it what we would say would be damn lies here. At least I think he's going to by the time I get through with this speech. But let me tell you, some of you may have this beautiful fan. Now this is a fan that has the truth on it. Let me give you a couple of examples right now. Unemployment in the state of Mississippi is 4.7%. That's historically the lowest levels in Mississippi's history. When I came into office, unemployment was 9.4%. I stood here running for governor and said, all I want to do is get it down to 7. My staff came up and said, Governor, don't promise that. That's almost impossible. It's 4.7%. Now, if I would say that's a damn lie, I would insult all of those people that went out and got a job. Single mom I saw the other day that went back to training so that she could be a master marine welder at Ingalls Shipbuilding. The retired people now who are deciding, I want to come back into the workforce. The young people getting out of college in our great community colleges. Look, we want our children to have a job, to go to work, to live the American dream. At this time in the state of Mississippi, 1,168,300 people have jobs. highest it's been in Mississippi's history. Now think about that. I can get up here and say it's the largest been in Mississippi's history, highest it's been in Mississippi. If you think about a state of 3 million people and almost 1.2 million of them are working, I'd call that a success story. Let me tell you what else we've been able to do. We've got 223,000, just look on your fan, Mississippi, 223,000 men and women that are working with good jobs that have less than a 4-year degree. Now, I've got 2 college degrees. I've got a master's degree. I've taught at a university. Don't get me wrong, I love our universities and colleges. But everybody doesn't have to go to college. And particularly if you go to college and you get a bachelor's degree in interpretive dance, and you're probably going to have a tough time finding a job. So we got to quit that type of stuff, and we've got to teach our children how to work. We've got to teach our young folks how to come out of high school and go to work, come out of college and go to work, come out of the university and go to work, find a career. We're number 2 in the nation for workers who do not go to a university and still have a good job. Number 2, 223,000, and that's from Georgetown University. I don't think that's a lie or a damn lie. I think that's a bunch of hard-working Mississippians. Oh, and then they talk about tax cut. I've cut taxes over 50 times since I've been governor, and I'm darn proud of it. I was leading the SEC in tax cuts. I think I still am. Oh, those terrible tax cuts the Democrats got up here and said, we got to roll those back. You know, they're going to all of those foreign, outside of the state, big old corporations. Like Ingalls. Yeah, make 70% of the United States Navy's combat surface vessels today that are sailing the world and defending freedom were made in Pascagoula, Mississippi. So we'll roll back those tax cuts. I'll just go tell Toyota in Blue Springs, Mississippi, you're just going to have to shut down. You can't make any more Toyota Corollas. You can't keep these 1,200 people working up here. Because we're just going to have to take those tax provisions we have away from you. Does Democrats think that's just terrible that we might incentivize you? We can go up there in northeast Mississippi if they want to. We look at Ashley Furniture. Ashley Furniture has the largest upholstery manufacturing company in the world in Ecru, Mississippi. Not in Hanoi, not in Beijing, in Ecru, Mississippi. Because Republicans think it's good to give a tax cut to hardworking Mississippis and the companies that employ them. Then they said, you know, we don't have a good GDP. Mississippians aren't working hard enough. I guess they imply we're just not making enough money. So we reached out. We talked to our state economist and said, what does the GDP look like? He said the GDP in the state of Mississippi just now is $114.3 billion. It is trending to be higher than any time in Mississippi's history. Now, you know, $1 billion is $1,000 million. If you spend $1,000 a day and you had $1 billion, it'd take you over 2,000 years to spend it. We got a $114 billion economy in the state of Mississippi. I want to thank President Trump for helping us get there. I want to thank him for the tax cuts. I want to thank him for the deregulation. I want to thank him for standing up to foreign countries like China that's been stealing our property for years and years. I love working with this president. I love watching him on TV. Every now and then I turn on CNN just to see what's happening there. Oh my goodness, they just have a conniption. I'm not sure Rachel Maddow knows what a conniption is, but she sure has one every now and then. Then I heard one of these Democrats said health care in Mississippi is so terrible, why it's as bad as it was in 1940. Now he won't be called out for that. Nobody's going to fact check that. Let me give you a couple of examples. We just built a new medical school at the University Medical Center. The first new medical school since 1955 when they opened the medical school in Jackson, Mississippi. We have a medical city of traditions out in the Piney Woods in Harrison County where we've got not only a research center for diabetes and obesity, which is one of our huge problems, but the Cleveland Clinic, one of the finest medical centers in the United States of America. We've got a new pharmacy school that's just about to open. Only the second pharmacy school in Mississippi history. I just opened a nursing simulation school just about a month ago where 500 new nurses will be able to go to school right there. 1940? We didn't have a medical school in 1940. We didn't have gleaming, beautiful hospitals spread all across the state of Mississippi. We weren't leading the nation in telemedicine like we are today. Yeah, most of our children are going to get their primary health care off of an iPhone. And Mississippi is leading the nation in delivering telemedicine. But, it's in 1940. That's where they think we are. Well, let me tell you, if the Democrats want to run on how bad Mississippi is, how we're failing, how all of these wonderful statistics and facts here are just lies and damn lies, if that's what they want to do, let them do it. If they want to get up here and say, we need to make sure that we can have a check and a stopgap for Donald J. Trump, if that's going to be their campaign theme, I'm looking forward to it. Bring it on. Because I can tell you these facts are for real. We just had an income tax after all the income taxes came in at $1.8 billion. Sales tax went up to $2.1 billion. We got problems in Mississippi, of course we do. I worry every day about the children in this state. I've got some grandchildren, so you begin to look at things with a little different eyes. You look at those children that are in foster care that are neglected and abused. I don't know how anybody could do that, but it happens in our state. But I can tell you where we're at right now. Child Protection Services is doing a remarkable job. We double the number of adoptions in Mississippi in 1 year from 306 to 645. That's a fact. 645 good families came and said, I want to adopt that child. I want for them to have a forever home. I want them to be my child. Doubling that. I will tell you we're down just now to about 5,000 children in custody. We're working hard with the judges. We're working hard to make sure that we have a path for those parents who are addicted to drugs and alcohol, that we have a way to keep them clean and sober, that we have a way to get them in a workforce training program to get them to work so that they can live the American dream and raise their own children. No made up, no lies, no darn lies. I'm very proud of the work that we've been able to do in the state of Mississippi. Yogi Berra once said, you know, the future ain't what it used to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the future ain't what it used to be in Mississippi. The future is bright and beautiful. It's going to be managed by Republicans who have now tried to turn around 150 years of failed policy by the Democratic Party, and we're moving ahead with one of the greatest presidents that the United States has ever seen. You're going to see growth in the economy. We're going to put more people to work. We're going to bring in more tax revenue. And if we can do it at all, we're going to help cut your taxes. We have to call, if we call a special session, if we get an agreement, we're going to make sure we get out and fix roads and bridges. I've got a plan to be able to do that without raising your taxes. I know some people don't like that. They want your taxes to go up. That's not why I got elected. We got elected to solve problems without taking more money out of your pocket. Now, my Democrat friends and even some of my Republicans have a good idea. They say they've got the money to take care of infrastructure. It just happens to be in your pocket. And they'd like to come get it. I understand the challenges of it, and that's why we'll have a plan going into the future very soon. I will tell you something that matters. Who's governor of the state of Mississippi? Been governor for 7 years. I work every day to make sure we've got outcomes, and I can come to you and tell you what I'm doing. Not tell you what I'm going to do. Not come and just wave a flag and say, oh, elect me and I'm going to change the world. This is about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. This is about working hard. This is about showing up every day and getting your job done. I'm very, very proud of the people I've appointed. People to the Mississippi Supreme Court. If you don't have a Republican governor, guess who's going to be on the Mississippi Supreme Court if that governor has to make an appointment? Somebody you probably won't agree with. I've appointed a lot of appeals judges. As I said earlier, I've appointed a state auditor, proud of him. I've appointed an agriculture commissioner, and I'm darn glad to say I appointed a United States senator that's a rancher, not a lawyer. and she's going to do a hell of a job with the people of the state of Mississippi and Washington, D.C. And I'm going to be there with her. You represent who you want to represent. You go vote for who you want to vote for. But I'm telling you, we're going to be one Mississippi. We're going to pull together. We're going to get our job done. Anybody thinks I haven't done that, I'll be backstage in a minute, and you tell me where we failed. I was born a conservative, son of a CB, fought in the Second World War, raised with two older brothers. Born in Moorhead, Mississippi. I grew up in a blue-collar world. Nothing was ever given to me easy. The good Lord blessed me with a perfect wife. He set a path upon the future for me, and I'm delighted to be able to be there. So I'll leave you now. Do we have problems in Mississippi? Absolutely. I'm out trying to solve them every day. They're going to be a challenge. Let me tell you a couple of problems, some of the things that you heard on the stage yesterday. There was a Democratic candidate for the United States Congress, a nominee for the United States Congress, that stood here and said, I've never seen a Mexican come across the border with a college degree. He said, if we didn't have immigrants, we didn't have anybody clean the hotel rooms. And the media said that was the best speech at the Neshoba County Fair. Bragged about it. Said, oh, it was colorful. He really shook the corn. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if I or any other Republican had made such an offensive remark, you would have seen it on the front pages. CNN would have had a trailer out front trying to interview me the next day. They would have been hollering and calling for me to resign from office. It's that double standard that lights the fires in the hearts of conservatives. Now, you'll probably read about that tomorrow, how I had to go and attack the media. I'm not attacking anybody. I feel sorry for them. If they can't see the difference in that, God bless them. If you can't see the difference in what occurred on this stage yesterday and what is occurring here today, God bless you. God bless your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to work hard for the state of Mississippi because I'm not going to be second to anybody. I'm not going to back up from any challenge. Never have, never will. I want to thank you for being here. God bless every one of you and your family. God bless Mississippi. God bless the United States of America.